Hello and good day. So, how to use statistics to your advantage. Today I'm going to talk about the value of statistics and the methods that can be used to, make statistics more valuable, understand statistics, and why you guys should look into statistics and various statistics to give you guys some inspiration on how to improve and accomplish a given situation. Now, the one thing to know beforehand is what I'm talking about is statistics. First off, is the kind of statistics of, there is so many people at the beach every year. How many shark attacks are there a year? And how many shark attacks in a given location? Statistics like that of given a situation, what are the odds of this happening, that happening? How many people are successful in marriage? And then plus minus various statistics and variables. So, for example, it is important to understand that the scope of the numbers. For example, I keep saying that, but when you say something like there is a larger percentage chance of being attacked, or word it like this, more people get attacked by sharks at the beach than they do when scuba diving on a yearly basis, averaged. It's like, maybe that's true, maybe that's not, but an important thing to keep in mind is there are many more people at the beach than there are at scuba diving. So the percentage chance of scuba divers being attacked may not very well be less than a beach dweller or somebody at the beach on a consistent basis, or whatever the variable may be. The odds may not be fair, and so you have to keep in mind the variables involved and the numbers involved in dealing with a statistic. Now, the value is for an example, I'll show you. Say, let's see, I'm trying to remember the number, but about, let's say for an example, just because I'm not 100% sure this is accurate anymore, but if 50% of people get divorced, or 50% of all marriages end in divorce, in America at the very least, that includes, that reminds me of another statistic, but that includes people who met each other for 3 hours, got married, went to Vegas, got drunk, got married, went to a reality TV show, got married. These includes people who very likely you didn't really expect them to succeed. Now, they could have been one out of, so many, but you didn't weigh the odds in their favor unless they truly, cared enough to succeed and deal with the effects of being together, whatever personalities and whatever habits they have. Another statistic is a life age expectancy. Say it's in the 70s, but includes a large number of infant mortalities, young people perishing for war or sickness or whatever the reason. It includes young people perishing, which drags down the number. But then a 60 or 70-year-old probably has another 20, 30 years in them, assuming they're healthy already, or still healthy at that point. Then they probably still have another 20, 30 years. Not, I have 36 months because life expectancy is running out. So, you see, by considering the situation, the variables might not be relevant to you because the number gets dragged down or dragged up based on certain situations. Which is why you can then, but the value is you can add and subtract and increase your odds of succeeding and get inspiration by doing that. Is when people do this, this, and this, they tend to succeed. What can I do to match that? Or when they do this, this, and this, or any of these, they tend to fail. Well, what can I do to avoid that? You know, people who tend to learn, who tend to hustle, who tend to work hard and plan, are more likely to succeed at accomplishing something than somebody who is lazy, doesn't want to do something, then doesn't know how to do something and doesn't care to learn or can't learn. Then obviously they're not going to be able to accomplish whatever the task may be as easy as somebody who wants to learn, knows how to do it, whatever the situation. By adding and subtracting variables, you can see what is useful to your situation and what changes the odds. For an example, for the sake of marriage, if you have 6 or more months of getting to know each other, pre-marriage counseling sessions, say, 6 or something, enough to be able to understand both sides and their families. Somebody's crazy mother is, or mother-in-law is going to have to be discussed, and figuring out the 3 big things of finances, children, and how they're going to deal with crazy family. Greatly, if you can do all that, you greatly increase your odds of having a successful marriage versus not doing that. Or, you meet somebody for 3 hours, get married, don't agree on anything, or, whatever the reason may be. Your odds are just, you might work out, but your odds are not the same, and that's just based on how other people have done it. Now, you can still succeed because your personal self have the ability to affect, change, and choose. However, by figuring out the very important variables to each other, or, are you going to be healthy for life expectancy? Are you going to be careful not to be run over, not to be a drastic risk taker? Are you going to do the same with finances? Are you going to be careful? Are you going to be hardworking? Are you, going to continue to focus on learning and improving yourself? The various, are you going to make sure that before you do something, you check it, are cautious, but you also are efficient, you are skilled. Whatever the situation may be, you can use in statistics to give you inspiration on how to improve, what to avoid, but it's important to understand why such statistics, what affects it, what variables affect it, how that applies to your situation as well. So, hopefully this helps you guys to have a source of inspiration by looking at statistics, by having an understanding of what to be careful of with statistics, and actually be able to make use of statistics. And again, hopefully this helps you guys. And if you had any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to hear more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and have a good day.